So we're at who's number one. Helena's getting ready to compete against Elizabeth Clay. Trinity's competing, and Luke is competing in the big match against Victor Hugo. So should be fun doing some behind the scenes, interviewing some of the winners. Hopefully nobody loses because I'll be interviewing them also. Yeah, it'll be fun. Do some BTS.
Man of the people.
It's all about to beat me up in 10 years.
If you saw Victor weigh in and everything, did it make you think like, oh shit, I don't know?
No,
He's
to
like
be honest with
270.
you, like he didn't even look that big when I saw him. Like when you came up to me and told me we were almost the same weight, I was like, oh, I actually believe you because he didn't look like he was that much bigger than me. I think I'm still taller than him, so I mean, all the weights and like the hips and legs area. But yeah, it is what it is. Actually, guys, so far 3-0 with 3 submissions. So that's what I want. I want to come out and prove that I can submit the best guys in the world. And that's what we're going to try to do tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it, bro. Good, man. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, thanks. I was trying to match Helena.
How's it going, man?
Good, good.
Can I get a picture?
Yeah, of course. Tie the ankles up. Look to off balance, get feet inside.
Good calf, clear. Good, Taylor.
Tie the other ankle up now. Tie the other ankle up now.
Remember the frame, 3 directions. Good. Just on the frame now.
Pumping the knees to off balance. Pumping the knees to off balance.
No overhook.
Play with the 2-on-1 on the near side.
We can look to bring our elbow inside.
7 minutes to work. 7 minutes to
Yes,
work.
Taylor, good.
Your knees inside, feet and knees inside.
Hand back inside. Right hand back inside. 3 minutes to work. This was the first match of the day. She fought a super tough girl from B team and had the best attacks of the day. I felt that Trinity actually had better jiu-jitsu, but just like kind of dealt with a girl who was like super explosive and tough and like kind of very tactical. How did you feel during the match?
Yeah, in the first part of the match, I did feel like she was more aggressive with like the collar ties, but as soon as she had the double, when I went straight into a guard, I thought I was actually going to have it the second half. I was attacking the arm. It was a bit slippery, so it was hard to control, but I felt like I was controlling the pace second half of the round. And then after that, when I missed the arm bar, I did elevate her a bit, creating a reaction back into guard, and then towards the end of the match, I did get in a leg entry, but time ran out, so.
Did you have it didn't look like you had a bite, but did you have anything on the leg when time ran out? I saw you were digging for the heel, and
yeah.
it was like just about to be.
Yeah, I had the knee line, and then I was just digging for the heel, but then time ran out, so.
Yeah, I felt like there was one time I think it was the arm bar where she postured up and you could have probably went into the legs, and there was a few times where you had your hands locked and you were just pulling her into you with the leg position, or trying to pull her legs into you, where pumping your knees to and from you I think would have created some off balances. I think like during when you had those scoop grips from closed guard, I think that like you were just trying to pull her in with the hands a lot of the times, whereas if you would have knee pulled and pumped the knees to and from you, I think you would have been able to invert the knee and get into the legs easier. But it looked like you definitely had like obviously had more of the attacks. It was just like that one double leg that she hit you with, which you just wanted to pull guard anyways. I know you wanted close guard, but it was definitely you had more of the like offensive attacks. It was just she was on top the whole time and being annoying and hard to deal with. Good to see you guys, of course.
Yeah, shake your hand again to get some luck.
Put the grip on your legs, then you can try to arm break from there. Don't only affect the right side.
You can pull that butterfly hook out too. Good, step of legs to the inside. He's very afraid of the legs.
And then don't extend your arm too much. If you press
The ankle now.
extend your arm too much.
Good, hips up. Good. Take your time. Control both legs. Control both legs. Stay high up on the hip.
Knee bars there.
Strong posture. Stand up straight. Helen, stand up straight. Helen, stand up.
But it's just mechanically a losing position. Like you're always going to have a higher work rate because your guard is going to be retained by pulling your knees to your chest, rather than if he's in front of you, you're pushing your knees away. So just anatomically, you're going to be weaker whenever he's past the hip line.
Jack, can you help me out? Can you help me out quick? If you could walk me through real quick.
You were supine on your back, and he had two hands on the ankles, just one hand on the ankle each. Good. From here, it's a pretty easy thing to start grabbing his right wrist with your left hand. Left hand grabs other wrist. Good. Nope, left hand grabs his right wrist. Good. Now strip that grip and pull him forward so that his right leg comes towards you. Good. And now right hand grabs his right ankle. So now you have a connection. Now when he goes to jump across side to side, he can't do it. So you just need to do a better job tying up wrists and ankles. So if he grabs and he's staying back, he can't get to his legs, just pull him in with that wrist grip. And now he's in there nice and close. Now it stops him from jumping past the hip line.
Thanks, Gordon.
How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good, dude. It's
Yeah.
been a good camp. Got here a little bit earlier just to kind of get the vibe of the place and kind of chill a little bit, but still got a couple matches to go, but feeling good.
How's training been?
It's been going good. Last couple of days, really everything started to click that we've been working on, so I feel super happy about that. Really just go out there and show everybody what's up, you know?
My man. Good luck, bro.
This is one guy who doesn't get enough credit. He's been here for like the last, 6 months?
6 months.
6 months. He's been here training quietly in the gi and no gi, so he's coming for everybody.
Thank you.
What you been up to, champ?
Not much. Training, teaching, the usual.
Shooting bows and arrows
I
everywhere?
actually literally have a truck full of archery equipment, camo, turkey decoys, and after this, I'm driving an hour south to go on a turkey hunt tomorrow.
That's awesome.
Best team by like 40 points. We shot like a 386 or something. Something like that, yeah.
The people want to know, how's the school?
So the school's coming along. I don't want to promise any dates because I have been telling people for 2 years that the school's going to be done in like 2 months or 2 weeks, and we've just been getting held up over and over again by the city of Austin for like nonsense. So I'm not going to promise any dates, but I'm hoping we should be open. I'm hoping the match should be in by the end of this month. It's April 18th right now. So I'm hoping by May the mats will be completely installed, and then I'm hoping sometime in June we're completely finished with the back and the bathrooms and everything. So I'm hoping June we start taking students, and then we do like some kind of grand opening, like a finishing touch grand opening sometime in July, maybe like coincide it with my birthday, my 30th birthday for for the grand opening and like a Gordon Ryan birthday party. So we'll see, but it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be the nicest facility in Texas for jiu-jitsu for sure. We're gonna have an instructor shower, 3 male showers, 1 female shower, nice marble sink tops, 3,200 square foot of mat space. It's gonna be like a health club basically. I want to make it nice. So we'll be up in North Austin, right on the border of Cedar Park and Austin, but in Austin. So if you guys are anywhere in Austin, but specifically central, like downtown Austin or North Austin, or up by the Georgetown, Round Rock area, this is probably the place for you. So I'm hoping we'll have people, and it'll be open to the public. Anybody can come in. We'll have beginners classes, advanced classes, gi, no gi. So I'm hoping that everybody likes it, and we get some of you guys in there. So we'll have all those classes. We'll have morning classes, afternoon classes, nighttime classes. We'll have drop-ins allowed. We'll have an affiliate program. So if you guys want to be an affiliate of our new gym, make sure to check that out and stay up to date on my Instagram. After between the rants, I'll have the rants and political posts. I'll have some updates on the new gym, and we're also getting a new name. So that'll be exciting.
So much.
Of course, you guys from here?
We're from Houston.
Okay, nice, not too far.
No, not that bad.
Well, glad you guys made the trip.
No, yes, she's enjoying it. Thank you
course,
so
yeah,
much.
my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You can take a scoop on that top leg as well. Start walking around towards us.
Almost out. Almost out.
12 minutes to work, plenty of time. Walk that hand up, walk that hand up. Work everything over the shoulder. Stop! All right, so we're here with Helena with her new jewelry. She just won the Who's Number One 145-pound belt. And you know, a lot of people don't know, you actually competed against Elizabeth Clay in the trials years ago. And it was the first time I've heard of Helena. And it was actually Seth Daniels was like, this girl is gonna be like the best in the world. I was like, okay, let's like check her out. And they had a super competitive match when Helena was like 14 or 13. How old were you?
I was 15.
15, okay, yeah.
I was a green belt.
Yeah, so she's like 15 and they had a super competitive match and Elizabeth actually managed, I think she finished you with a toe hold, right?
It was a toe hold, but the knee bar was what made me tap.
Okay, so knee bar,
Yeah.
which, I mean, she was 15, so it doesn't really count, but people don't realize, like, as an athlete, no matter how long ago it was, like, to go out and to compete against someone who has submitted you in competition, there definitely is, like, an extra layer of, like, hurdles you have to get over mentally. Like, you know, when I competed against Josh Hayden at EBI, even though I knew I was much better than him, like, he had submitted me in the trials, so it's like you always have like these extra hurdles, like, you know in your mind, like, oh, this person did finish me, so it adds a little bit to the mix. But I mean, you went out and basically just passed her guard and took her back and finished her, which I was incredibly impressed by because, you know, in competitions you used to kind of get on top of them and fall back for the legs and there was no sustained pressure, where today it was just like you got on top and there was just sustained pressure all the way to a finish, which I think was a big improvement. How do you think or how did you feel out there going out there, and, you know, what did you feel from her that maybe we didn't see, and how do you feel overall?
Yeah, I felt really great. As I said, I did a flow grappling interview as well. I've been working in training, like, a lot of top pressure, and also like following your suggestions to like put the pressure on the match and kind of over time be able to pass and take the back. So that was really my game plan. I didn't really plan on pulling guard for this match, and starting to work on that to like switch my game up depending on my opponent. And yeah, I'm really happy with my performance and being able to take the back and rear naked choke.
Yeah, I was from the corner. There was one point where Elizabeth like had an Achilles and was like losing it, but Helena was almost in the back, and Helena's knee looked like it was like completely broken in half. And I was like, she'll be fine. And then like I saw the Achilles grip come out, and I was like, oh, yep, she got the back. So yeah, I think it was like a 3 or 4 minute match, so couldn't have been better against, you know, one of the absolute best girls in the world at that weight class. So congratulations, and I'm looking forward to a 155 belt.
Thank you.
Reach with closed hands so you can't tie up your fingers. Keep them down. Rolling your straight through there.
Go over the chin.
Let the hands explode forward, rolling out.
Right here. Climb up.
Right knee sweeps back. Keep the right knee high once it's strapped. Good. Good. Now go. Now we need a pace. Slide. It's elbows are wide.
explosive movement when you go for his back. He's going to try to explode out. Keep the figure 4 back, head, and arm. The back is there. If you take his back, you'll finish him. Walk towards me. Shuffle the knees towards me. Take your time. 3 minutes more. He doesn't have any gas to explode. Let's go 2 hands over. Punch the hands behind the ears. Behind the ears. Punch 1, 2, 1, 2.
Feel like it's too slippery to hold his wrist.
Go neck pummels then. Or take him belly down. Knees wide, hips down. Knees wide, hips down. Knees wide, hips down.
That was a fun one. Too bad I heard your coach, so I was like, why not do the opposite of you saying? It must be a good match, man.
All right, so we're here with Luke. Luke just had a huge win over Victor Hugo, who just himself had a huge win with a submission over Nicky Rod at UFC FPI. And he went out there, they were back and forth on the feet. I think Luke was doing, more staying active on the head and moving him around. And then Victor actually got to his back, was on his back for half the match. And then Luke escaped and then immediately mounted Victor and had Victor mounted for almost the entire second half of the match. So back and forth match, huge win for Luke. How do you feel after that?
I feel pretty good, man. Obviously, like you said, it was a little bit of adversity early on in the match, getting my back taken kind of unexpectedly. But I'm happy I was able to stay disciplined defensively and turn the match around and get a pretty big win. So I'm feeling pretty stoked.
Right before Luke went out, I said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. Yeah. And he took it to heart. He got his back taken immediately and then came out and finished strong. So I'm glad we made it through that.
What do you think when I got my back taken?
I was like, well, when he got his back taken in ADCC against Penna, I was like, I did the camp with him, so I was like, oh, there's no way Penna's going to finish him. And then Penna finished him, and I was like, I'm so upset right now. And then he got his back taken against Hugo, and I was like, as long as he doesn't want to get finished, he's not going to get finished. Yeah. And, Hugo had his back for, I think, like 3, 4, 5 minutes, and he couldn't finish him. And I'm like, all right, he's not going to finish him. And once Luke gets out, as long as he can keep a pace, he's going to break him. Because Victor was already breaking, like, right before he took your back, and he had the lucky break of getting the body triangle. So I knew that once he got out, if you picked the pace up, you were going to break him. Yeah. So yeah, a great match. I mean, Hugo was the next guy who was unbeatable at heavyweight since he just dominated Nicky Rod. Now you came out and had a win against him. So I think the obvious next 2 matches, you already submitted Kainan. I think the next match would either be a rematch against Penna or a rematch against Rod.
Yeah, definitely. I think Felipe is probably the one that Flo wants to happen next. Obviously, I want a match against both of them, kind of just double gold there at ADCC. So for me to get a win over him again would, I think, just solidify that position that I'm better than everybody else, like even more. And I think it's cool, like obviously with you not competing as much anymore, like I want the top spot to be someone who's from John's squad.
I would agree.
And yeah, I want that to be me.
Sounds good. So what do you guys want to see? Should it be Luke versus Nicky Fraud or Luke versus Felipe Penna? I think Penna, because the match with Penna is the most recent. Penna just won ADCC, and he hasn't really done anything since ADCC. Nicky Rod's been submitted since ADCC by Victor, and you were all over Penna until he ended up on your back. So that was a very super competitive match back and forth. I think it would be a good match to run back. So Felipe, if you're watching this, you should fight Luke again.
Yeah.
If you're a loyal subscriber.
June 14th is the next Flow Grappling event.
Dude,
so
Felipe definitely subscribes.
But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Like you said, I'm super stoked off this match. I want to keep up the momentum and compete as much as possible. So, Felipe, I'll see you June 14th.
All right, so we're here with Mr. John, the boss, and we had three guys compete today. We had Trinity, Helena, and Luke. What are your thoughts on the night?
It was very good. It was a great show overall. WNO came back strong with this one. I've always loved the WNO rule set. There's a kind of a purity to it. 15 minutes, very little referee's intervention, no rounds, just you get a good chance to see who the more skilled athlete is. And one of the interesting things in the two main events of the evening, there was a dramatic shift. One athlete was losing decisively in both the case of Luke Griffith and Nicky Rod, and yet because the matches are longer, 15 minutes, it gave them the chance to completely turn matches around from what looked like certain defeat. Imagine, for example, Luke and Nicky Rod had fought in a 8-minute match. They both would have decisively lost. But you add the extra time and you can see that skill and really does start to take over. And there were two very dramatic shifts in both matches from what looked like certain loss to a very decisive victory in both cases.
Yeah, and then I was most impressed, I think, with Helena. Helena just came out and just like ran through one of the best girls in the world with the weight division. So
I mean, not too long ago, Elizabeth Clay submitted Fionn Davis, who's generally considered the best female athlete of the modern era, and so she's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And also, just psychologically, it's always tough to come back in a rematch against someone who's submitted you in the past. But Helena just showed absolutely no fear and just went straight forward. She knew that in any leg lock exchange, she would be either winning via leg lock or easily able to negate the leg lock danger of her opponent and then use that as a positional scramble. She took the back, and you know from going with Helena, if she gets the back, it's a problem. Even for a dude, it's a problem. And so we were very confident once she got the back, it was over.
yeah, I was very happy with her tactics too. Like just came in right away, got on top, stayed on top, and then just pressure all the way through to a finish.
And that's impressive for her too, because almost the entirety of her career she's been an athlete who prefers initiating from bottom position. Tonight she showed just how much progress she's made in her top game, pressure passing. She had a little
Reminds me of somebody I know.
A little bit of Gordon Ryan pressure passing going on the outside. So that was fun to watch. And she's truly an amazing young athlete, and so like mentally mature for. Yeah, she's 18 years old, and yet she's so calm. She's going up against one of the most highly regarded leg lock specialists, and she was cool as a cucumber in what would, for most people, be a very dangerous situation. And the whole time, she wasn't thinking, how am I going to get out of danger? She was thinking, how am I going to create danger for my opponent? And that's elite mind work in competition.
I agree. And it's 11 o'clock now. We'll be back in the gym tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Provided my navigation skills are adequate. You got to remember, this is Round Rock. I got to get all the way back to Austin, and I am probably the worst driver in the history of the United States of America, and it's nighttime, so anything could happen.
Open roads on the way home.
You know what open roads means? This guy raced me in his car. He's got this car that's got some crazy modifications to it, so it's already a fast car, and then he did some maniacal things to it. Now it's like double the horsepower. It's like almost 1,000 horsepower car. 1,000 horsepower is like an airplane engine, but it's in his freaking car. So me, I'm almost 60. I learned to drive at like 59, and I'm driving on the freeway. I just hear the sound. It sounds like a freaking helicopter taking off next to me on the freeway. I'm like, I look over. It's Gordon. He's got the window down. He's just looking at me like this. In the car, and I'm like I go, oh, hey Gordon. He just plants it, and we're doing like 55 miles an hour, and the wheels spin on the freeway at 55 miles an hour, and he just takes off like a freaking rocket ship into the distance. And afterwards he's like, dude, I smoked you on the freeway. And I'm like, what do you think? Like that would be like you grabbing a white belt and just dude, I smoked that white belt. Like, oh my god, the guy's out of his freaking mind.
He thinks that was bad. Wait until I hit him with the pit today. All right, thanks guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the behind the scenes here at Who's Number One. See you guys next time.